Hey, Steelers fans, if you thought Wilson's situation was about to improve, you're wrong. With Justin Fields taking over for Russell Wilson, the hope was that Russell Wilson would return from his injury soon, but Mark Kaboly confirmed something that no one expected. If you're rooting for Wilson to return soon, leave a like. Now let's start with a piece of news that's been generating big questions this offseason. Heading into the 2024 season, skepticism loomed large over the Pittsburgh Steelers, particularly concerning their quarterback situation. However, under the new guidance of offensive coordinator Arthur Smith and a striking performance by Justin Fields in their Week 1 victory, optimism is now brewing within the team. The Steelers often find themselves under the radar, with many analysts annually predicting an end to head coach Mike Tomlin's streak of non-losing seasons, a streak Tomlin consistently maintains despite not securing a playoff win since 2016. Bill Simmons, a prominent sports media figure, recently highlighted this on his podcast, dubbing the Steelers the quintessential "nobody believes in us" team. According to Simmons, the ongoing skepticism has positioned them as a dark horse capable of defying the odds, which he finds particularly compelling. Despite a lackluster preseason and an offensive line that struggled with cohesion and injuries, the decision to start Justin Fields, known for his athletic prowess and ability to evade pressure, seems increasingly prudent. Fields' dynamic play in Week 1 indicated a potentially effective offensive strategy moving forward. Simmons expressed his support for the Steelers making the playoffs, a feat achieved last year partly due to fortunate circumstances like Joe Burrow's absence in both games against the Cincinnati Bengals. Looking ahead to 2024, Pittsburgh cannot rely on similar luck. Their schedule from Week 11 onwards is daunting, featuring 6 divisional games and tough matchups against teams like the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles. The last segment of the season is nothing short of a gauntlet, and even if the Steelers manage to reach the playoffs, they'll likely be battle-worn. Thus, Pittsburgh cannot afford a slow start this season. They need to capitalize on their relatively milder schedule in the first half, particularly in games like their upcoming matchup against the Denver Broncos and another key game against the Dallas Cowboys. If the Steelers can navigate the early part of their schedule successfully and maintain momentum into their tougher late-season matchups, they might just surprise many and validate Simmons' belief in their potential. Should they clinch a playoff berth, their rigorous second-half schedule could well prepare them for a significant postseason impact, proving doubters wrong and possibly redefining their season as one of destiny. In addition to the excitement surrounding Fields, the Steelers are dealing with a complicated situation involving Russell Wilson's health, and with Mark Kaboly's words, "This just got even worse for our team." The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation has been a central topic in sports media, stirring debates and concerns over Russell Wilson's health. Initially appointed as the starter after a competitive training camp, Wilson's tenure as the lead quarterback hit a snag when a calf injury he sustained before camp re-emerged, thrusting Justin Fields into the starting spot for the regular season opener. Wilson, who has been described as being in the pole position for the starting quarterback role since joining the Steelers, faced setbacks with a calf issue that surfaced before the preseason. This injury allowed Fields to take the majority of snaps with the first team. However, despite losing the battle for the starting position, Fields was called to lead the team in Week 1 against the Atlanta Falcons due to Wilson's injury flaring up once again. Fields is expected to continue as the starting quarterback into Week 2. Concerns are growing that Wilson's calf issue might be more severe than initially shared, with potential implications for his Achilles as well. Mark Kaboly, speaking on 93.7 The Fan, suggested that while the focus has been on the calf, the team is also cautious about a possible Achilles complication, although these are not necessarily directly related. Wilson's issue has been consistently downplayed as minor calf tightness, leading to speculation due to the extended downtime he faced during training camp and his absence in the preseason opener. This speculation was somewhat confirmed when Wilson himself acknowledged the severity of the injury to the media, expressing disappointment and the intense rehabilitation he underwent. Despite the ongoing concern, Wilson was nearly fit to play in Week 1, participating in pre-game warm-ups before ultimately being ruled out, positioning Fields as the starter and leaving Wilson as the emergency backup. Looking ahead to the Week 2 game against the Denver Broncos, the Steelers have prepared with Fields as the starter. although Wilson was listed as questionable and suited up as the potential emergency option. This situation places Fields in a pivotal role, potentially extending beyond just 1 or 2 games depending on Wilson's recovery trajectory and the performance outcomes under Fields' leadership. The Steelers' fate in 2024 is far from certain, but with Justin Fields gaining ground and uncertainty surrounding Russell Wilson, the outlook is one of pure anticipation. Will this be the year the team surprises everyone? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the next few games will be decisive. Don't forget to leave your comment and click on the video that is appearing on your screen to continue following this news.